Yeah. Oh yeah.
I did. It said create a thumbnail.
Can you kind of look back if you pull, tug on your lower lip?
Thumbnail. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to redo this. It's going to be a full workout that I'm going to be doing overhead, 2 20-kilogram bells. I'm going to be doing 10 lunges and 0 squats. And I'm going to do 9 lunges and 1 overhead squat, and all the way down to the bottom. I usually do this with a heavier barbell from 185 to 205 pounds. But this is a deload week before the competition this weekend in Chicago at the Kettlebell Summit. And I'm trying to take care of my shoulder and go lighter, so work on stabilization stuff. Anyway, here we go.
Yes.
So normally I do this, I start at 8 with 8 lunges, we'll alternate them, and then do 2 squats. But with this lighter weight, still it's not that light to be doing overhead holds the whole time. So I'm going to take a little bit longer breaks. But the overhead squat is something that a lot of people struggle with. Let me change this a little bit. But a lot of things that people struggle with is that overhead squat, and I think the first thing you should be able to do before progressing into the overhead squat is to do the lunge, because it helps take out the hip issue that you might have with either flexion or extreme extension, arching and stuff. So here, we have the flexed side, and I have an extended side. It helps me stabilize the hip. Also puts a lot more weight onto the one leg. That's my favorite reason to do these lunge/squat combinations. It's not very heavy for the squat, but it is heavier for the lunge. And it's about time to go. So now I'm doing 9 and 1. So on the on the odd numbers, I'll be alternating my starting foot so it becomes even. So start with the left here. And 1 squat. And these are 20 kilograms, so 44 pounds a piece. I like to lunge in either barefoot or with 5 fingers, shoes or something like that, so I can feel any changes or compensations or discrepancies. I don't want my shoes to guide me. Lunges in kettlebell sport shoes, not really the best. You're gonna be stable on that front leg, but I want to feel. That's the thing. Lunges are incredibly, especially reverse lunges, are great for increasing athleticism, body awareness, and stuff like that. Now I think I'm back to 8. I already did a set of 8 and 2 at the beginning as my warm-up, but you know, some people like to see full workouts without being sped up or anything, or even chopped. So doing live ones are pretty easy. And I don't do a whole lot for legs, yet I can develop strength and mobility with them by doing simple exercises that are tied together in different ways.
Feel like vein, maybe moving that compliment, but I think that's not something I hate that.
I get it, that's exciting.
It's always like when I went to Jesus, I really feel like I went down like this.
It's in my hand.
Oh really?
It's weird.
Yeah, it's horrible.
So a lot of the videos that I do involve reverse lunges. One of my favorite exercises. There's so many ways to do them. Varying height. So I could show you one of them of varying height. Let me bring that. Maybe I'll do this for my set. Even if it's just a couple inches higher. We could do it from a plate. Do you have anything like that?
8, 9, 10.
So you can bring it over and you can add an inch or two or three with varying sizes. So I take these bumper plates. Already you can see, you might not think that's a whole lot, but it also, if you've never trained in this position, it's a range of motion that you've never done, especially with weight before. So I'll do the 7 sets here, and I'll have to take my time to make sure that it's balanced. I'm already starting to feel a whole lot of quad stuff, but mostly glutes. Now this will be even more glutes because I'm working on a deeper angle for the hip extension. Seven, 3.
A little more.
45, 45.
This is the side. That's about one.
So we'll toss that out.
It's at least 10 pounds. If not more.
You get a drink.
What do you use for your
Well, I like doing this overhead thing is with kettlebells, you have to have really, really good range of motion. When your arms totally, elbows extended, your shoulders overhead. You're just creating a longer body, a longer movement, center of mass. So there's a lot of things that can go wrong. If I hold them in rack position, I can go faster, and I don't have to be as much in control. So once I elongate from the hips up to the weight, it has to be a little bit slower, and you have to take more time, so there's a lot more stabilization. I do a little bit of both. Start with the lighter weights up top and then go to a rack position heavier. You can do a front barbell squat. You can do a regular squat, and that's with the lunges. And that's what I usually do with the barbell and the heavier weights. Anyway, let's move on. So I believe this is 6 and 4. Starting to sweat a little bit. Do a little bit of stretching.
Oh, my legs.
Black gas in my quad right now.
Damn.
Out of control.
Okay. High five. What are you making now? What are you making? I won't be very creative right now.
Yeah, we work real hard. We need to just rest for a little while.
Appreciate you letting me try.
You're doing a super great job, see? Because when I both got real little and Bill brought it to her, now she can make all the little smoky guys.
Sometimes using bands in between sets with back to body weight makes me feel really springy, which is the point of weight training if you're playing sports, to create that explosiveness and power and not just maximal strength. Already by doing this stuff I feel a little more ready to go. Competitive eating, you know, sometimes you gotta eat heavy before you. I saw this crazy, I saw a, what was it, a 4-pound, wait, 10 times 8, 5-pound hamburger? It's crazy. What's that thing at Bucks? I ate the one at Bucks, it was like $14. And then he said, the next time I went in, the dude said, if you try this one, I'll buy it for you. But it was gonna take, he's like, you can do it in an hour and a half. I'm like, I already ate the big one. He's like, it's bigger than that. I'm like, not today, sir, not today. So I'm at 5 and 5 here.
Yeah, then you get the t-shirt.
Yeah, they were out of shirts. So now my right foot's gonna go back, or my left foot's gonna go back on this one. Make sure I'm flexing at the hip first so I can keep that weight in the glute. I think that's 5. 5 overhead squats, same thing. Okay, sweat coming down. I'm not trying to focus on quads, I'm trying to focus on right here and all the way up. I'm not trying to push off the back foot. You see a lot of people doing lunges that push off the back foot. Try not to do that. How the sliders and the valve slides and things like that can help, because you can't push off something you're dragging. Here comes 4 lunges, 6 squats. The ascending, descending ladders. Some of my favorites. Oops. Six squats. Didn't wear my heart rate monitor. This is something I really like to work on, using heart rate. Like I said, it's very athletic, unilateral movement, a lot of stabilization. Really starting to sweat, I feel it now. And see, I'm not trying to take really long breaks in between. But I also don't want to rush it to bother my shoulder. Seems like it's about 90% back. So now we're at 3 lunges, 7 overhead squats. And everyone has started with this double snatch. Seven. Feeling it. Where's that song, Jason?
No idea.
I don't remember it anymore. It's out of my head. Thank goodness. Never mind. He's back. It's Monday. It's always Monday. Favorite restaurants are closed on Monday.
Why is it that every time you want something, it's always closed? Like when everybody wants Chick-fil-A, it's always on Sunday, but you can't go because it's Sunday. They're closed.
Because it's supply and demand. Wait. That's totally backwards.
I mean, you guys see, we're on Monday all the time.
I know. My thing is, find your competitors. If I had a restaurant, find my competitors. See all the days that they're closed. Immediately be open on that day.
That day.
Right there, and make sure week.
That's my one day I want to make sure I'm always
There you
open.
go. Right. Yeah.
Unless it's like some crazy holiday, and I'm gonna be like, you know what, guys, I gotta do family stuff first. But I mean, I can agree with that. But if everybody else is closed on Monday, I'm gonna be open on Monday. Because guess what? If you want something, you gotta come to me because I'm the only person.
There you go. You just hike up your prices for those filet sandwiches. Okay, so now I'm at 2 and 8, 2 and 8. So 1 lunge on each side. Sweating, sweating. Ah. And 8. starting to feel it. 2 more sets. I got the 1 and 9 and 10. So at the end, you end up getting really close to doing 19, well, almost 20 overhead squats in a short period of time. I don't know exactly, but I feel like I'm resting a minute or less. So this is what I'm trying to work on, stabilization. I'm not trying to do that right now on a high heart rate. Because I haven't done this in a very, very long time. Lots of sweat. So 1 and 9.
There's somebody played the chorus to that song, looped it for 1 hour.
Wow. See, your left. I'm also not trying to drop really fast. I'm trying to control the descent. Thank you. Bring it close. Let's record that.
This is in the background.
It's the chorus for 1 hour.
Oh man, they're trying to mess with me here.
You should plug it into the stereo.
I like his dancing.
They did sound like turkeys, didn't they? One more. Last set. 10 overhead squats. It's another way to build your overhead stabilization and endurance without being real bored. So focus on different planes of movement. You know, still sagittal, but unilaterally. So left, then right. Everything changes below in the hips. You got to be able to maintain stabilization above the end of the weights. Last one. Sweaty, sweaty, sweaty. Do a little extra. You can see a little bit more knees.
Thanks for doing it with me. I don't think I would finish it if I did it myself. Right? Or I'd still be doing it like, I can take 2 hours. I'll see you guys.
Alright, so you can watch so my knees aren't rolling in. 10 of them.
Well, I'll sit here with you, but I think you thinking by yourself is really great practice. If you need help at all.
And there you go. There's the workout. That's all I'm doing. Might do 50 swings, but that's that. Whew. That's that. 24 minutes. Not bad.